Welcome. We are often told that financial success is about budgeting, cutting costs, and mathematical discipline. While true, we overlook the single most powerful factor, the language we use in our internal dialogue. When we face a desired investment, be it professional development, a business launch, or a critical asset, and instantly default to the phrase, "I can't afford it," we initiate a self-fulfilling neurological closure. This phrase isn't a statement of objective reality, it is a command to your brain to stop processing solutions. It shuts down creative analysis and accepts limitation. Today, we're going to replace that command with an empowering question that fundamentally changes your financial trajectory, turning impossible goals into engineering problems.
To understand the depth of this shift, we must look at the neuroscience of limitation. When you state, "I can't afford it," your brain, which is inherently energy efficient, immediately files the inquiry under closed case. This triggers a cascade of defensive biological responses designed to conserve mental effort. It reinforces the neural pathways associated with scarcity and constraint, narrowing your focus. You become blind to potential income streams or creative financing methods because your conscious mind has preemptively declared the objective unobtainable. This pattern solidifies over time, making it increasingly difficult to see opportunities that exist outside your current financial context.
The revolutionary substitute is simple but profound. How can I afford it? This reframing immediately switches your brain from passive acceptance to active problem-solving mode. It bypasses the limitation barrier and forces your reticular activating system, or RAS, the brain's filter system, to search for answers. Instead of focusing on why the money is absent, you begin generating viable pathways for its acquisition. This single alteration transforms the expensive item from a consumer desire into a solvable strategic problem. The initial answer might be complex, involving trade-offs, skill acquisition, or leveraging debt, but the crucial point is that the mental machinery required for solutions has been successfully engaged.
The reticular activating system, or RAS, is the secret weapon in this cognitive shift. The RAS acts like a high-powered security filter for your consciousness, ensuring that only the information relevant to your current goals and survival passes through the noise of the environment. If your internal command is, "I can't afford it," the RAS filters out information regarding side gigs, specialized training programs, or potential clients that could fund the goal. But when you ask, "How can I afford it?" you program the RAS to search actively for data related to income generation, capital optimization, and favorable financing terms. Suddenly, opportunities that were previously invisible begin to stand out in your daily life.
Let's look at the practical application of the RAS in action. Consider a specialized certification that costs $5,000, promising a 30% salary increase. The "I can't afford it" mindset stops the thought instantly. The "how can I afford it" mindset leads to a sequence of questions. Can I take out a low-interest loan against my 401k? Can I freelance for the next 3 months specifically to fund this? Is there a payment plan available? Can I structure a deal with my current employer for tuition reimbursement? Each question demands that the RAS search your knowledge base and the external environment for solutions, activating areas of your brain previously dormant in the face of constraint. This process isn't about magically creating money. It's about recognizing the pathways that already exist but require conscious effort to engage.
This shift is the core difference between the scarcity mindset and the investment mindset. The scarcity mindset views money solely as a resource to be conserved and fears loss, resulting in defensive spending decisions. The investment mindset views money as a tool or capital to be deployed strategically to generate greater returns. When faced with a necessary expenditure, the scarcity person says, "I can't afford it," and accepts the status quo. The investor says, "How can I afford it?" because they recognize that the cost is dwarfed by the potential return on investment. They analyze the opportunity cost of not making the purchase, the revenue, knowledge, or efficiency lost by inaction. This analysis reframes the expenditure as asset acquisition rather than simple consumption.
Consider the investment in skill acquisition, perhaps a high-level course or mentorship. The cost might seem prohibitive at $10,000. Saying, "I can't afford it," means you sacrifice the knowledge that could double your income.
Switching to how can I afford it forces you to evaluate the return on investment. If that $10,000 skill allows you to secure a contract worth $50,000, then the question shifts from is the cost too high to how quickly can I secure the capital necessary to begin earning. This mindset understands that wealth is not built solely on what you save, but on what you are empowered to earn. It necessitates the creation of an immediate, actionable financing plan that treats education not as luxury consumption, but as essential business capital. This principle applies directly to leverage and strategic debt. Most people avoid debt entirely because they operate from a scarcity mindset. An investor understands that debt used strategically to acquire cash-flowing assets is often the fastest path to affluence. How can I afford to buy this income-generating rental property leads to exploring mortgage options, seeking partners, or analyzing hard money lenders. Saying I can't afford it eliminates the possibility of leveraging other people's money to build your portfolio. The key differentiation is ensuring the asset acquired generates enough cash flow to service the debt and provide a net return, transforming the debt from a liability into a tool for accelerated wealth accumulation. When a goal seems overwhelming, like affording a major life change or starting a heavily capitalized business, the how can I afford it framework encourages breaking the problem down into manageable steps, known as micro-affordability. Instead of focusing on the $100,000 initial outlay, you ask, how can I afford the $5,000 required for the foundational legal setup and market research? Once that is answered, you move to the next phase. This sequential thinking prevents the mental paralysis that often accompanies large financial goals. Each successful micro-affordability step reinforces the problem-solving pathways in your brain, building confidence and momentum toward the larger objective. It proves the goal is not a monolithic barrier, but a series of sequential hurdles that can be cleared.
The initial step in answering how can I afford it requires rigorously analyzing current spending and identifying potential capital. This is where the discipline of Investment 101 meets cognitive psychology. You must meticulously audit your existing discretionary spending. Are there hidden subscriptions, unnecessary services, or consumption habits that, if redirected, could immediately fund the initial stage of your goal? This exercise reveals where your money is currently leaking. Every dollar saved via conscious optimization is not just a saved dollar, it is a vote of confidence in your ability to redirect resources towards high ROI objectives. This initial audit turns passive consumption into active capital formation.
Finally, understand that the compounded effect of opportunity is vast. If you maintain the I can't afford it stance for a decade, you miss 10 years of compounded growth, compounded knowledge, and compounded networking opportunities. By consistently choosing the how can I afford it approach, you continually invest in assets, tangible or intangible, that generate increasing value over time. This compounding is not merely financial, it is cognitive. Each successful reframing strengthens the neural pathways for solution seeking, making subsequent challenges easier to overcome. The shift accelerates your learning curve and widens your perceived set of possibilities, permanently altering the landscape of your financial reality. The power lies not in your current bank balance, but in the questions you habitually ask. Stop giving your brain permission to limit your potential. Start demanding actionable strategies for growth. The challenge is not whether the money exists. The challenge is whether you are committed to the intellectual rigor required to engineer its acquisition and deployment. Embrace the discomfort of the hard question, for it is the gateway to genuine earning potential and strategic asset building. Make "How can I afford it" your new financial mantra. The results will surprise you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on financial psychology and investment strategies.